anything else coming down from Angstadt Arms this year? What are you excited about with 2023? Hey dealers, James with Second Amendment Wholesale here at SHOT Show Day 2 over here at one of our favorite brands, Angstadt Arms. I'm here with Rich, and last year we did come and visit you on the range. We had a great time. You showed off your roller delayed, and we'll talk about that again. And I shot that on the range the other day. Super fun, still a great platform, but you've got new stuff.
We do.
We got new stuff, so show us what you got, Rich.
For sure, we always have something new coming out.
That's
so this isn't in the market yet, but it will be later this year.
Okay.
This is the Vanquish AR9. It's a 16.1-inch integrally suppressed barrel attached to our UDP firearm.
Nice.
The cool thing about this, kind of that makes it unique, is there's no baffles in the suppressor. So it is a full 16.1-inch barrel. It's ported in strategic locations, and then we have a shroud covering the entire thing, so it's basically acting as one big expansion chamber.
And we need to talk about that. That makes it not
a pistol,
not a
right?
pistol.
So it's 16.1 inches. You can see it's got a rifle stock on it. This is still a one tax stamp gun because you're just doing that tax stamp for the suppressor and not the lower receiver.
You know what's going on. If you're watching this and you're in the gun industry, you know what's happening with the ATF. So these are things that we have to hone in on and we have to talk about. So that's great. It looks sweet, and and I got to shoot it. It's wonderful. Great. Anything else you want to tell us on that?
Yeah, and I'd say one of the other differentiators on it is that you can shoot 115 grain ammo, and this is going to make it subsonic. So with most suppressors, you're going to have to shoot 147, 168, some of the heavier stuff, a little bit more expensive, sometimes hard to find. With this, you could literally put in like Laser 115, Winchester white box, and it's still going to sound good because it's going to drop it to subsonic levels.
That's super nice. I mean, so you thought that through?
Yes.
Somebody sat in a room and go, we need to make sure that 115 can go through this?
Exactly.
Is that, okay.
Yep.
All right, nice.
And you can adjust it as well. So we've got, if you're shooting 147, if you've already got a lot of subsonic, you can actually close some of the ports, and so you're not losing your velocity. You still have the terminal energy of that round, and it still sounds great.
Very nice. Yeah, you all were thinking through that one.
The last thing I'd say about this is that in addition to having it as a rifle, it'll be sold as a standalone barrel. So if you've got a customer that has already built an AR9, maybe had a pistol lower and they want to convert it and they don't want to SBR it, you could just install this barrel. It'll work with any AR-15 handguard. Very, very easy. If you can turn a wrench, you can install it.
Okay, and dealers, pipe up right there. This is more options that you have to offer your consumers, so it's great. All right, so moving on, Rich. I'm real excited about this. You showed this to me. Unfortunately, I don't know that I shot it on the range.
It was so quiet you might not have even realized you were shooting it.
I forgot. Tell us what this is. This is sweet.
So this is continuing along that Vanquish line. This is the Vanquish barrel for a Ruger 1022. This is the standard model, but we'll also have a takedown version. And it works on all the same design principles as the 9mm. So it's dropping the velocity of standard velocity 22 and making it subsonic. So you can shoot 20 CCI mini mags, and it's still going to sound as good as sub. Again, you can install it. This is set for the standard model. We'll have one for the takedown model if you have that. And literally all you're hearing is that action cycling right there. And that's just about it.
I believe that. Anytime you suppress a 1022, you just made it way easier.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. And it's just, I'm not gonna lie, it's just nice looking. I mean, all in there, you know it's there, you know it's gonna work. You guys
and so it'll be compatible with any stock that can accept a bull barrel, less than 1 inch.
And there's a lot out there.
And this is the polished stainless version, but we'll have PVD options in it, is in black, FDE, some crazier colors if you have like a competition setup. So a lot of options for dealers.
Crazy color, you think? I'm just curious.
Maybe like a rainbow titanium, something a little bit flashier, you know?
Yeah. So not much really to point out there. I mean, you're just improving on the 1022, right?
Exactly, just making it quiet.
And moving on, last but not least, you guys did release this last year.
Yes.
And now you need to maybe highlight it a little more because of everything coming down.
Yes,
so let's talk about it.
If you're not familiar with it, it's the MDP9. It's our roller delayed AR9, so similar to an MP5, kind of an MP5 meets an AR-15. The first thing you notice about it is it's so light. It's 3.7 pounds without a stock or an attachment on it or optic. 14.5 inches long, so you can literally put this in a small backpack, CCW, if you want to off-body carry. But the interesting thing is that this is a pure pistol, right? There's no buffer tube. It doesn't need the buffer tube to cycle the action. You can sell this as a pistol. You don't have to worry about any sort of brace or pending changes from the ATF. There's a nice big QD sling point on the back.
Nice.
So the way that we shoot it, if it's a pistol configuration, put a single point sling on that, and you kind of MP5 style push it straight out. And then you give your customer an option. They can, on their own time frame, choose to form one if they want to, and they can put a stock on it, or if they want to enjoy it and shoot it as a pistol, they can just keep it right like this.
And that's what we as the gun industry have to show it.
Yeah.
You have the option. That's what's coming down. So here's an option for you.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. You've had it out for a year now. What's the feedback on it? What are you getting about it? What's out there?
Feedback is the first thing is just how incredibly light it is the second somebody picks it up, and then how smooth the recoil impulse is, because we really have taken out a lot of the snap of the straight blowback 9mm.
I remember shooting it last year, and I also enjoy the width. I mean, you just don't see very many, and we'll show you in the B-roll, but you just don't see many like this that are that thin.
Very small, compact, just a lot of fun to shoot.
Nice. And then magazines on this remind me.
Glock magazines.
It's all Glocks.
All Glock magazines.
You don't have any other versions or anything like
that?
Nope.
Right now it's all Glock machine.
Maybe,
Potentially in the future, yeah.
Talk about
Dealers will have to let us know what they want what they want to see.
Comment below, dealers, if you want a different kind of mag on there. Rich is listening.
I'm listening.
He'll hear you. Okay, dealers, so this is a little bonus here over here at Angstadt Arms. We already looked at all your new stuff, but then you had this little guy when I was walking past, and Scott's like, come check this out. And I was like, yeah. Then he showed me, and now all I can describe is what you're about to see and what he's about to show us is James Bond. It's a James Bond thing.
So James, this is the ATR at the ready travel case.
At the ready.
It's a modular system to take to the range or travel. You have our MDP9 SBR, rugged suppressors can, and a Glock 19 cutout.
It's nice.
Included with that, you have a bourbon holder and decanter with two cups.
Yeah, he did say bourbon. I want to make sure.
It's bourbon.
Yeah.
And then you have your own humidor for travel. Modular setup, so you have ammunition, and you can take the humidor out and add ammunition as you go. This is a complete kit for travel, go to the range, or enjoy the day with your friends.
Let me try and add a little bit to it if you don't mind here, because you showed me everything. I thought it was super cool. This is a screen that when you open it up, it can tell you your serial numbers. It can tell you it loves you. It can tell you anything. You open it up, it's like, good morning, James. Good to see you. Don't forget you've got these guns in here, and if anybody asks, this is what they are. So that's a greeting, the light, everything, and then you can actually fit 2 Glocks in there if you wanted.
Correct.
Because if you have one, you have none, so why not? Then you can fit a sling. I believe even underneath it here, they've thought so much through. There's a tourniquet, because you never know when you need a tourniquet, just to add to it. And I will show this off as well. With this, there's 2 cups for you and your buddy, right? And the best bourbon you can possibly put in there. So you are going to have a great day at the range with this case. Dealers, these will be available for you.
So it's a limited production. There's
limited
50,
production.
We're making 50 units.
50 units.
And you can customize these Cerakote, matching the gun to the Glock and your bourbon holder.
And your bourbon holder. Everything can match, and the outside of the case too, right?
Yes, sir.
Cerakote the outside of the case. I don't even know what I do. I can't even imagine what I'd want it painted. A little bonus there. Thanks for showing us that.
Thank you.
I almost walked away and you came over and said, come check this out. So I really like that. So dealers, look for that. Limited edition, 50 of them coming out soon. We're so excited to have Angstadt Arms.
Thank you.
I love shooting your platforms. I absolutely do. Love having you as a brand. Anything else coming down from Angstadt Arms this year? What are you excited about with 2023?
We've got some really cool stuff that I can't talk about yet, but I can tell you it's going to sit in dealer shelves and it's going to fly off the shelves. It's not an FFL item, so it's an accessory. That's all I can really say at this point. You'll have some of the first units, so.
Hey, all right, now I'll park up. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Rich, we appreciate it so much, man.
Yeah,
Love everything you do. So, all right, dealers, we'll see you around.